Please be seated. Please be seated. Please be seated. Please be seated.
On behalf of the Board of Trustees of Central European University and as Pro-Rector for Foresight and Analysis, it is my privilege to convene the 33rd commencement of Central European University. Today, as ever, we celebrate both an end and a beginning. In this academic year, a total of 526 students are graduating. 41 students from the CEU's undergraduate programs, 453 from master's and 21 from doctoral degrees, and 7 students are receiving non-degree certificates. Each of these students represents a story of commitment, perseverance, dedication, and achievement. I would like to extend a special welcome to Dr. Julia Ebner, who will be receiving the 2024 CEU Open Society Prize. We are honored by the presence of our Board of Trustees and many distinguished guests. A warm welcome, too, to our honored guests, supporters and partners from Vienna, Austria, and from all around the world. I would also like to welcome the faculty and staff of Central European University, whose dedicated work throughout the year has made this day possible. Last but not least, the warmest welcome to the families and friends of today's graduating students. We thank them for their contributions to our students' success. You deserve to be very proud. I now invite Carol T. Christ, who is a member of the CEU Board of Trustees, the chair of the CEU Board of Governance and Nominating Committee, to give her graduation welcome address. Please welcome Carol T. Christ.
Let me begin by offering my heartfelt congratulations to you, the members of this remarkable and resilient graduating class. Though the fates saw fit to place unprecedented challenges in your path, you kept your eyes on the prize, you persevered, and you have prevailed. Given the scourge of COVID, given political crises around the globe, I can only marvel at how you've navigated these complicated times. Your presence here today is a testimony to a remarkable accomplishment whose meaning and worth will serve you well in the days to come. We could not be prouder. While this is a day to celebrate your achievement, there's no time like now to express gratitude to and for everyone who's helped you arrive at one of life's great milestones. So let us also take a moment to celebrate and thank those who have supported and stood by you through thick and thin. Let us take this opportunity to express respect and appreciation for this university's extraordinary faculty and staff who have risen for you and together with you to sustain CEU's character and quality. What animates CEU is our belief in and commitment to individual and institutional agency. The notion that through the discovery, development, dissemination, and discussion of knowledge, we can make the world a better place. We have before us extraordinary opportunities to extract and apply valuable lessons from all that we're witnessing and experiencing. These unprecedented times offer unprecedented opportunities for learning about ourselves, the communities and causes we draw strength, meaning, and support from, and about the role of our university in our lives and our world. Now more than ever, the world needs all that you have to offer as the beneficiaries of a CEU education and experience, as change makers committed to advancing the greater good. Today, as you stand at one of life's great crossroads, take a deep breath, pause, reflect, and consider the road you've traveled and all that you can and will carry with you from CEU into your personal and professional futures. I can only hope you share the gratitude I feel for these attributes, values, and aspirations that form the foundation of all that CEU is and stands for. CEU is committed to promoting the values of open society and self-reflective critical thinking. It aims at excellence in the mastery of established knowledge, courage to pursue the creation of new knowledge, and engagement in promoting its application, particularly in relationship to public policy. CEU is a model for international education, a center for the study of contemporary economic, social, and political challenges, and a source of support for building open and democratic societies that respect human rights and dignity. I believe the future of democracy depends on building the capacities you've developed in your years of study even more broadly. My parting wish for you, may your years ahead be richly rewarding and fulfilling, and may you enjoy much happiness. Hold tight to all the things that you carry from CEU, and may they always serve you and the world around you well. We're immensely proud of what you've done, and even more, of who you will become.
I now invite our President and Rector, Shalini Randeria, to give her graduation address. Please welcome Dr. Shalini Randeria.
Dear students, colleagues, families, and friends, it's with pride and pleasure that I stand before you today, the largest ever group of proud CEU graduates at the end of our university's 33rd academic year. Our class of 2024 undergraduate cohort has not only earned their BA degrees, but it also has the symbolic privilege to share the same stage with our graduating master's and PhD students at this ceremony, inaugurating with this a tradition that reaffirms and reinforces the unity of our entire community. Let me begin, therefore, by addressing first the class of 2024, the youngest members of our continuously growing community. I would like to thank you once again for choosing our undergraduate programs, which I can only hope have taught you so much more than you probably expected upon enrollment. By saying this, I certainly don't mean to suggest that your expectations when you came and joined CEU were too low, quite the contrary. Neither am I merely alluding to the occasional hardships you encountered, especially because your class started under lockdowns during the pandemic in this new city. What I'm referring to instead is simply the realization that at CEU, acquiring and accumulating knowledge is not an end in itself. That the ideals of a free, democratic, open society depend for their survival on our shared generosity of spirit and on our solidarity and compassion, as much as on our intellectual curiosity and critical acumen, and of course, selfless dedication to the common good. I'm convinced that these values will continue to guide you in your future endeavors, and I should like to think that your years here at the CEU have played no small part in that. Many of you are preparing to embark now on promising career paths in pursuit of professional challenges and opportunities, so I'd like to wish you all the very best for the future. I congratulate all of you on your academic achievements. Some of you, I hope, will be returning to CEU to continue their master's level studies with us, or even going elsewhere. And sharing the stage today with those who are receiving their master's degrees should only strengthen your resolve to continue with your academic work. Needless to add, our doors at the CEU shall always remain open for each and every one of you, whether you return to us for further graduate studies or as alumni interested in the future of the institution. At the same time, I'm sure that many of our graduating master's students would probably do everything to extend with an extra year or two their brief sojourn at CEU and in Vienna, including, if only they could turn back the wheel of time, perhaps even thinking of starting their adult lives anew, choosing the unforgettable experience of our interdisciplinary undergraduate programs. I have some good news for them too. Time travel may not be possible, but the next best thing may be even better. Apply to our doctoral programs that would allow you to spend happy and fruitful years with us. I say this only half in jest, as I know very well the exhilarating sense of accomplishment you deservedly feel today. It contains the seeds of nostalgia, both for the fond memories of your student lives here, long hours spent poring over difficult texts, the mix of excitement and anxiety during presentations, exams, meeting assignment deadlines, the sense of novelty and discovery arising from classroom discussions and debates, and especially the forging of new, lasting friendships with fellow students from all over the world. Today's festive celebration is not really an end, it's merely a joyous recognition of your achievements so far. It marks a new beginning for all of you as members of our diverse and inclusive family of alumni. It's primarily through you as you go out in the world as engaged and passionate graduates that the unique spirit and mission of our university will endure. It's your lifelong commitment to the striving for intellectual integrity and academic excellence with a commitment to justice and to solidarity that these ideals will be cherished and defended by you. The fact that you are celebrating, and we are celebrating together with you, your individual and your collective success as our graduates today provides ample guarantee that you are capable but also willing to do so wherever you go and whatever the future holds for you. So let me conclude by warmly congratulating once again all of you who are receiving your degrees today. Let me thank you also on behalf of the university for the exemplary hard work you have put in, and I hope that you've also had an equal amount of fun both within and outside the classroom. Your professors are rightly proud of your achievements, and your families and friends gathered here have every reason to feel even prouder. This is the time to celebrate your success and your achievements, so I'd like to applaud with you the fruits of your efforts. Congratulations and well done.
We now welcome our alumni speaker, Gabriella Manuli. She is the Deputy Director of the Global Investigative Journalism Network, an association of 250 non-profit organizations in 92 countries dedicated to investigative reporting. In 2019, she co-founded the GIJN Women's Group, a network created to discuss issues related to women and non-binary investigative journalists. A native of Argentina and currently based in Budapest, Hungary, she's been a journalist for more than 20 years, working for radio, TV, magazines, and newspapers, and has extensive international experience working in Latin America, Europe, and the United States. Gabriella earned an MA in Public Policy with distinction at CEU in Budapest in 2012 and graduated with first-class honors in Social Communication Science at the University of Buenos Aires in 2007. Welcome to Gabriella Manuli.
Thank you very much. Dear graduating class of 24 and families, CEU Board of Trustees, and CEU faculty and staff. It's a real honor to be here and speak to all of you. The moment I got this invitation, I started thinking about what I was going to say, right? And in a way, everything changed when I tried to reframe the question, what were some of the things that I would have liked to hear when I graduated 12 years ago? And in that spirit is that I'm talking to all of you, but at the same time, I'm talking to my old self. So first, congratulations, and I have news. This is just the beginning. For me, CEU was like an island, a shelter, a place that brought me hope of reinvention after a transatlantic move and a life change when I packed all my things and left Argentina to move to Hungary with a one-way ticket. So for writing this, I decided to try a little bit of time traveling, and I went to the CEU library in Budapest. And first, nostalgia kicked in. The city has not been the same since the university move. So there at the library, I sat down, I opened a notebook, in a logic way, I grabbed a pen, and I sat among the bookshelves full of theses. All that knowledge that would not exist if it were not because of this place. And that's what all of us have in common, that irreplaceable feeling that we want to learn to make the world a better place. So I decided to try a little game, kind of a hopscotch, simply going around opening random theses. There they were, theses about feminist friendships, artificial intelligence, race and sexuality, mass expulsions, baptismal practices, dictatorship, September 11, counterterrorism, until, bear with me, the symmetry of finite, pseudo-random binary sequences. So let me tell you just a few things. Let playfulness, creativity, and joy permeate your work. Everything you do from passion will make more sense, and it has a better chance to make a difference. People do really notice when your heart is fully on it. Take it all seriously, but also don't take it too seriously. Be kind towards others, but also towards yourself. Keep reinventing yourself. You will need to do this once and again and once and again. Don't fight the change, embrace it. You may arrive where you always wanted to, just to realize that you don't want to be there anymore. And that's fine. Celebrate your winnings, big and small. Today is a huge, huge day for all of you. Don't turn the page too quickly. Embrace your beginner's mind. Never stop learning. Welcome your curiosity and your desire to learn. I don't need to tell you how complex, confusing, and unfair the war is right now. But let's not hide ourselves in cynicism. I do hope CEU will be your island, your shelter, to keep believing that a better society is possible. I cannot wait to see what you all will do next. Maybe, if you want, tonight you can try a little exercise. When you go home after the party, you can try writing a letter for yourself in 12 years. Save it and open it when it's time. If you are lucky, that will also be just a new beginning. Congratulations and thank you.
We continue our ceremony with contributions from two graduating student speakers. First, we welcome our MA student speaker, Yulia Gugeli-Lazos. After studying political science at the National Autonomous University of Mexico, UNAM, she worked with young political activists, advocated for displaced people, and sought durable solutions for refugees at the UNHCR. Today, she's graduating from CEU. I'm afraid I have to ask. Thank you. The people making these comments, we've heard your points, and now we'd like to continue with the ceremony. The ceremony is for the students and graduating students and the families who've come a long way to hear this. I'd now like to ask Julia to give her graduation speech. Julia.
Today, while CEU celebrates another year of graduates, more than 6,000 students have been killed in Palestine. And every single university in Gaza has been partially or completely demolished. The Palestinian cause should remind us how interconnected our world is and how the privileges that we hold here stem from the exploitation and death of others. It should remind us how the human rights we discussed in class only apply to a certain people. In the 2 years I have spent at CEU, we have organized for women, life, and freedom in Iran after Mahsa Amini's death, crowdfunded for the relief effort after the earthquake in Turkey, and maintained the support for Ukraine after the full-scale invasion of Russia. But when it came to fight for the OLIVE program, supporting refugee students not to be eliminated by the CEU board, we were met with false promises. And when we repeatedly tried to make the CEU president and leadership take a stance on what can only be named a genocide in Palestine, we were not only met with silence, but with denial of truth disguised as academic freedom and neutrality. CEU has continued business as usual, as we just saw right now. It has maintained its ties to Israeli universities that produce knowledge for the military-industrial complex of Israel, continued its partnership with tech companies that reinforce and expand Israel's visual surveillance apparatus in occupied Palestinian territories, and refused to disclose their investments in genocidal corporations and companies, not to speak of divesting from them or boycotting them. With the increase of active student opposition to CEU's conduct during this televised genocide of Palestinians, peaceful protests have been met with threats and repression from CEU faculty, our own student union, administration, and staff. We have witnessed, as again today, police officers being allowed on university matters, on private university grounds, the CEU rector and professorship attending the meeting with the former IDF Air Force General and military intelligence officer Amos Yadlin. We saw you there. CEU professors collaborating with Zionist institutions, new policies prohibiting or restricting the distribution of flyers on campus, and threats of disciplinary measures such as suspension and even expulsion of students. I wonder where CEU leadership left the values it proclaims to represent, and I quote, "The pursuit of truth wherever it leads, respect for the diversity of cultures and peoples, and the commitment to resolve differences through debate, not denial." I have only found denial, silence, and complicity in those bank halls of Quellenstraße 51. But history will remember. The colonized people of this world will remember. We will remember, and we will not forgive. There is no place for a celebration during a genocide, as we should be taking over every space to fight all forms of fascism, racism, and Zionism. I invite all of you here today to remember CEU's, Austria's, and EU's enablement of the murder of over 37,000 Palestinian people by the Israeli settler colonial state. As students of the Palestinian cause, we demand that CEU stop its collaboration with the Hebrew University in Jerusalem. And its partnership with Cisco. And its partnership with Dell. Stop the academic repression. And take accountability for maintaining business as usual in times of genocide. Today, I invite you to
I'd like
refuse...
to ask if we could please
I'm
continue
almost
the
done.
ceremony. If you could draw your conclusion to it, then please. I'm afraid the points have been made, the points have been heard.
Today, I invite you to refuse to shake hands and pose for pictures with people who stood silently in the face of violence. This is a time to show your support to the Palestinian people and oppressed people who are deemed less than because of the color of their skin, their religion, their class, their gender, or their culture. The world history will not remember the degrees we achieved in our individual lives, but will honor what we can accomplish collectively. Borrowing the words from the Zapatistas, let's continue to build a world where many worlds can exist. Un mundo donde quepan muchos mundos. Free, free Palestine.
May I ask, please, I would like, your points have been made. And now we will continue with the ceremony. Our BA speaker, Subham Manandhar, came here from Kathmandu, Nepal, after studying sociology in his A-levels, and he worked with different NGOs and organized activist movements in the field of Nepali labor, migration, and cultural heritage conservation. Today, he graduates from CEU with a Bachelor of Arts in Culture, Politics and Society, specializing in cultural heritage and visual theory and practice. Welcome, Subham.
Thank you, Tim, and good afternoon. When I first considered giving a speech at this graduation, I had a lot going through my head. In the throes of a terribly difficult struggle with my thesis, I was wondering whether I should even try to give the speech at all. I didn't know if I had the time, the energy, or the mental space to really write something that is truly meaningful. And it was then that a close friend asked me why I wanted to do the speech at all. He asked me whether there was something that I felt really needed to be said, what that was, and who I wanted to speak to. Was it just for the bragging rights? I realized that these 4 long years have been a seminal experience of our lives, and they deserve something to commemorate this closure. I realized I wanted to speak to and for the community that allowed me to find home 6,000 kilometers away from Nepal. You see, our university life has not been like most others. We're the first class of graduates from CEU's 4-year BA program, often referred to as the guinea pigs. Our experience has been punctuated by numerous changes and evolutions, more than most, and it is true that these have been 4 years marked by uncertainty and confusion, but also by joy, learning, community, and most importantly, immense growth. We went from being the only undergraduates at this university to an essential part of a larger, a more vibrant BA community. We saw new programs added, study structures and requirements changed. We went from studying online to in-person, all amidst the university's move to Vienna. And so it has been a lot of joy and a lot of pain, which in the end have given way to a lot of gratitude. I remember in the beginning, during the COVID-19 pandemic, as half of our class was in Vienna and the rest of us were locked down in our home countries. Through that first year of university, I was able to find a community even through a laptop screen. And when I was finally able to make it here, it was all of you who taught me how to make the most out of everything together. The most important part of these 4 years for me have really been the people. We've always stood together in libraries, in classrooms, in Zoom meetings, and now today on this stage. Through knowing one another over the past 4 years, we've changed so much. I feel this incredible sense of pride when I look at all of us here today. In my peers and in myself, I no longer see the same unsure students who met over Zoom all those years ago. I see accomplished young academics I see the people we can be, and I see all the memories we've already made. We've come here all the way now, wearing our fancy robes and our hats, just moments away from graduating. This imminent moment will be one that will signify a change in how we see ourselves again. It will be a moment that contains within it all the work we've done, all the friendships we've made, the stories we've written, and those that we will tell for the rest of our lives. The gravity of this moment is not lost on any of us, and to be honest, it has left me just a little bit speechless. How do I find the words that will fill the last page of this chapter of our lives? The only thing that seems appropriate to me is this: thank you for being part of my story and for letting me be part of yours. It's been an honor, and to everyone here today, congratulations. Thank you very much.
We continue. Thank you very much for that. We continue with a musical interlude from the Vienna Motors Quartet. It's a new rising star of the University of Music and Performing Arts here in Vienna. Despite their youth, the Motors Quartet has already performed and conducted masterclasses in Tunisia, Taiwan, Italy, Denmark, and at the Wiener Musikverein in just the past few months. In the upcoming season, they've been invited to perform at two of Europe's most important concert halls, the Concertgebouw in Amsterdam and the Prince Regent Theater in Munich. We are privileged to listen to their unique and insightful interpretation of a movement from Joseph Haydn's G major quartet, a characteristically Viennese piece. Please welcome Tim de Vries, Ricardo Louis, Dimitro Ulyanchenko, and Dejan Ivanovic. We continue now with the conferral of Bachelor of Arts degrees. The Dean of Undergraduate Studies, Professor Andrus Moles, will call each candidate onto the stage and come forward to be greeted by the President and Rector, Shalini Randeria. Professor Moles. Candidates for the Bachelor of Arts degrees in the class of 2024, please rise. Dear President and Rector, there are 41 graduating BA students here today. I would like to ask you to confer the Bachelor of Arts degrees on our students and acknowledge the participants of non-degree programs.
Candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Culture, Politics and Society, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Culture, Politics and Society are Dananay Anguiano Rodriguez, Mexico. Laura Carrera. Laura Carrera, Guatemala. Parikh Shingwanwang, Thailand. Dora Darvash, Hungary. Maria Dimitrova, Bulgaria. Zsofia Fehervari-Hall, Hungary. Marta Fraschetti, Italy. Varvara Kosteva, Bulgaria. David Kibuka, Uganda. Lotte Luther, Hungary. Subham Mandandhar, Nepal. Sophia Martin, United States of America. Mastula Nakabugo, Uganda. Alma Neubayer, Austria. Charlotte Passewald, Germany. Rachel Peterlini, Italy. Vera Ries, Hungary. Christine Samaharadze, Georgia. Julia Stevenhirter, Austria. Sonia Takshash-Virak, Hungary. Leontina Tanko, Czech Republic. Mustafa Vali, Iraq. Mariana Vicha, Poland. Tatiana Zebrowska, Poland. Candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy, Politics, and Economics, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy, Politics, and Society are Tamkin Sakina, Abdullah Abdul Rahim, Syrian Arab Republic, Karim Aoun, Austria, Loris Austischer, Austria, Alice Binet, Hungary, Anton Miguel de Jesus de Vera, Philippines, Tim Ehrenberger-Kessmann, Austria, Anna Fasching, Austria, Bence Geru, Hungary, Uliana Gosteva, Bulgaria, Johar Andre Heil, South Africa, Eleni Imedashvili, Georgia, Lili Katai, Hungary, Armando Leschi, Albania, Emma Rajsic, Croatia, Candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Data Science and Society, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. The candidate for the Bachelor of Arts in Data Science and Society is Jofia Cunat Laurent, Spain.
Thank you very much. We continue with the conferral of Master of Arts degrees and special program certificates. We begin with the Department of Economics and Business. Candidates for Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Economics and Business will be presented by the department head, Professor Robert Lely.
Okay, candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Economics, please step onto the stage as your name is called. Botagos Amangaldieva, Kazakhstan. Namun Engbayar, Mongolia. Daniel Gombash, Hungary. Sadiq Husseinzadeh, Azerbaijan. Fakfum Jatupimpongchan, Thailand. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Economic Policy and Global Markets are Jacopo Binati, Italy. Aizan Bourbayeva, Kyrgyzstan. Clarissa Dani, Albania. Yevgenia Dmitrieva, Russia. Lajos Galambos, Hungary. Deshaun Tremaine Cornegie, United States. Vu Yang Le, Vietnam. Sophia Lin, Ukraine. Fanny Mantamura, Hungary. Nam Van Nguyen, Vietnam. Tomáš Sarkozy, Slovakia. Miloš Stojković, Serbia. Georgi Zukakishvili, Georgia.
Now the candidates for the Master of Business Administration in Global Executive Management will be presented by the Faculty Program Director, Professor Maciej Kislowski.
Candidates for the Master of Business Administration degree in Global Executive Management, the EMBA for the open world, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Business Administration degree in Global Executive Management are Rishi Bahorai, India. Makhabat Bematova, Kyrgyzstan. Claudiu Nacis Besu, Romania. Sushmita Brahadzochaya, India. Bendegus Andras Bozo, Hungary. Natsa Chitashvili, Georgia. Jason Chase Clevenger, United States of America. Vadim Kodranu, Republic of Moldova. Daniele De Lorenzo, Italy. Samuel Aaron Depew, United States of America. Iva Dimcheva Dimova, Bulgaria. Milica Dragojevic, Montenegro. Petrica Dulceru, Romania. Elena Enashe, Romania. Ildiko Maria Farkas, Hungary. Yihao Gan, Malaysia. Irina Grigolashvili, Georgia. Sandra Günther, Germany. Benjamin Hecker, Germany. Alba Hassa, Albania. Susanna Hult, Sweden. Lee John Camolins, United Kingdom. Andras Istvan Kapi, Romania. Ida Kish, Hungary. Mihai Adrian Lazar, Romania. Ekaterin Malazonia, Georgia. Ina Mancelari, Albania. Anita Milovanovic, Serbia. Gabor Attila Molnar, Hungary. Elena Cornelia Morcan, Romania. Enos Sven Müller-Stepan, Germany. Valia Kristovanadova, Bulgaria. Ergest Nako, Albania. Zsolt Ney, Hungary. Eduard Nezerlep, Czech Republic. Desislava Todorova Petkova, Bulgaria. Csaba János Pipe, Hungary. Diana Juliana Piriol, Romania. Oliver Polacek, Slovakia. Sonila Profili, Albania. Jose Manuel Rosas Vasquez, Germany. Osama Talib Saddam, Iraq. Karine Spirazzoli, France. Jens Schadendorf, Germany. Sonal Sharma, Canada. Shabnam Shermatova, Tajikistan. Tatiana Skuka, Albania. Istvan Stahl, Hungary. Balázs Tokar, Hungary. And last but not least, Piotr Roman Zubin, Poland.
Now the candidates for the Master of Science degree from the Departments of Economics and Business will be presented by the department head, Professor Robert Lely.
The candidates for the Master of Science degree in Business Analytics are Mohammad Ahmed, Pakistan; Artyom Ashigov, Armenia; Jan Andrew Brandenburg, United States; Abdullah Duman, Turkey; Zsófia Rebecca Katona, Hungary; Yakya Kocakale, Turkey; Joe Kudo, Japan; Marcel Magda, Hungary; Muhammad Arbash Malik, Pakistan; Alain Marcel Gustave Merceron, France; Viet Hong Nguyen, Vietnam; Mate Schisler, Hungary; David Szabados, Hungary; Péter Szilvási, Hungary; Bálint Tálar, Hungary; Jana Hossel, Slovakia; Candidates for the Master of Science degree in Finance are Turkan Aliyeva, Azerbaijan; Bence Viktor, Berényi, Hungary; Givi Dolidze, Georgia; Nasib Fatih Koshginabi, Azerbaijan; Umar Khalid, Pakistan; Gergő Király, Hungary; Simon Peter Mayer, Austria; Sham Toumi, Tunisia; Thank you.
Candidates for the Master of Science degrees from the Departments of Environmental Science and Policy will be presented by the department head, Professor Brandon Anthony.
Candidates for the Master of Science degree in Environmental Sciences Policy and Management, also known as MESPOM, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Science degree in Environmental Sciences Policy and Management are Michelle Affinito, Italy; Florencia Azarsales, Mexico; Jasmine Chakravarti, United Kingdom; Guilhem Chiaro Coupinot, France. Carla D'Agostini, Italy. Anna Della Casa. Anna Della Casa, France. Lily Hess, United States of America. Medini Igor Vijaya Kumar, India. Gabriela McGinty Caneta, Spain. Caroline Mogolon Sotelo, Colombia. Zara Paciorka, Canada. Nadia Schiepens, Netherlands. Guillermo Sicarios Fernandez, Mexico. Monica Shomodji, Hungary. Hedda Thompson Ack, Sweden. Anastasia Vandermeer, Netherlands. Agnes Wydensky, Austria. Jocelyn Wong, Singapore. Lena Zena, Germany. Candidates for the Master of Science degree in Environmental Sciences and Policy, also known as MESP, are Sarah Bolog, Hungary. Lizel de la Cruz, Philippines. Catalina Gomez Oviedo, Colombia. Rafael Harnett, Belgium. Edonita Castañeva, Kosovo. Nina Leopold, France. Reka Marton, Hungary. Amaya Matthew, India. Ana Olmedo Romero, Mexico. Yargolma Sarantuya, Mongolia. Jetta Schuetz, Germany. Cynthia Shipos, Hungary. Blanca Tot, Hungary. Emily Wallace, United Kingdom. Stefania Zelazovskaya, Belarus.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Departments of Gender Studies will be presented by the department head, Professor Nadia Jones-Gailani.
Candidates for the Masters of Arts degrees from the Department of Gender Studies, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called.
At this moment, 2 students of gender studies were apprehended and forcibly removed, a testament to CEU's complicity with the fascist police. We, the students of Department of Gender Studies, utilize our time on stage collectively to hold a moment of silence for all the martyrs that have fallen under the Israeli military-industrial complex. We call our colleagues to stand and join us in the moment of silence.
I have to ask you to leave the stage now, please. We must carry on with the ceremony. Will you please leave the stage? Or we will have to ask you for... If you do not leave the stage, we will have to ask someone to help you to leave the stage. Please leave the stage. I will ask you to leave the stage now. We have to continue with our ceremony. The rest of the ceremony, people have traveled a long way.
Wall by wall,
people have traveled a long way to come here.
Zionism has to fall. Wall by wall, Zionism has to fall. Wall by wall, Zionism has to fall. Zionism has to fall.
Okay, can I keep going?
I think that's it, right? I don't want to shake hands, I don't want their degrees.
Are they coming on stage?
No, apparently not. I asked him. He says that's it.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of History will be presented by the department head, Professor Jan Hennings.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of History, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Comparative History one-year program are Andrea Ampolini, Italy. Nadia Chevinska, Ukraine. Jan Han, China. Mary Jurichkova, Czech Republic. Necmir Karakush, Republic of Turkey. Gizem Kazaz, Republic of Turkey. Daria Khokhlova, Russian Federation. Robert John Markov, United States. Maciej Morawansky, Czech Republic. Ksenia Murastova, Russian Federation. Alexander Orlov, Russian Federation. Karolina Stutz, United States. Jiaru Chai, China. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Comparative History from 1500 till present time are Rana Aldemir, Republic of Turkey. Cole Spencer Ashkenazi, Canada. Marco Faber, Croatia. Marta Hajduchuk, Ukraine. Osman Kodrabal, Republic of Turkey. Nguyen Ly, Vietnam. Sarah Landvai, Hungary. Alexandra Makri, Greece. Lawson Pace, United States. Laila Shavandi, Islamic Republic of Iran. Denis Tereshenko, Ukraine. Ni Xia, China. Ruben Zeeman, Netherlands. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in History in the Public Sphere, also known as HIPS, are Nina René Andra, France; Eduardo Bastianini, Italy; Alison Dringenberg, Canada; Maria de Moraes, Brazil; Kana Fukumoto, Japan; Marco Hasegawa, Japan; Mariam Mahoub, Morocco; Unimye Mfon, Nigeria; Chisa Nagawaka, Japan; Eva Parsons, United States; Madoka Zakabe, Japan; Karina Schroeter, Germany; Rubab Shakif, Pakistan; Kitty Sillers, United Kingdom; Asha Mohini Trivedi, UK; Juliana Vash, Hungary; and Dacia Zonneveld, Netherlands.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees in the Department of International Relations will be presented by the department head, Professor Thomas Fetzer.
Candidates for Master of Arts programs of the Department of International Relations, please step onto the stage as your names are called. Candidates for Master of Arts degree in International Relations one-year program are Ahmed Hijavi from Palestine, Yuki Adachi from Japan, Ilya Rurua from Georgia, Minatullah Said from Egypt, Karina Tretyak from Ukraine, Lieselotte Wipprecht from Germany, candidates for the Master of Arts degree in International Relations two-year program are Dina Bazovic from Montenegro, Amir Abdulkayev from the Russian Federation, Dénes Alpa from Hungary, Zeynep Fair Ava, Republic of Turkey, Temirlan Bekturganov from Kazakhstan, Katie Bilbrow from United States of America, Palak Botra from India, Alex Convent from Belgium, Esther Gotreich-Horvath from Hungary, Katarina Grachova from Slovakia, Laura Green from the United Kingdom. Anna Haselsteiner from Austria. Pedro Henrique Horta from Brazil. Domonkos Kovacs from Hungary. Maria Mutel from Ukraine. Lara Popescu from Romania. Mikael Zager from Denmark. Nazli Tekdemir Koparan from the Republic of Turkey. And Jeroen van der Veen from the Netherlands. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Laws and Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Legal Studies will be presented by the department head, Professor Matthias Merschel.
Candidates for the Master of Laws and Master of Art degrees from the Department of Legal Studies, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Laws degree in Comparative Constitutional Law are Alexandra Andreeva, Ukraine; Mariami Batselashvili, Georgia; Vidisha Abhijit Bate, India; Aji Adam Sise, Gambia; Nedim Kaliman, Bosnia and Herzegovina; Daisier Roberto Mahajna, Italy; Aman Tushar Mehta, India; Anamika Mishra, India; Regu Murali Darapai, India; Laura Sarah O'Sullivan, Ireland; Dilara Ozaidin, Republic of Turkey; Vignesh Ramanathan, India; Vijita Ravi, India; Casper van Spouwen, Belgium; Candidates for the Master of Laws degree in Global Business Law and Regulation are Tiamike Christine Chikongoneka, Malawi; Darika Davletova from Kyrgyzstan; Igor Filimonov, Ukraine. At least I have that on my list. But is it maybe Barbara Grlic from Croatia? Ah, sorry. You were... Okay, Igor Filimonov from Ukraine. I didn't see. Now, Barbara Grlic from Croatia. Suit Miat Tet, Myanmar. Sofio Yanyalya, Georgia. Alina Kravchuk, Ukraine. Shargia Mamadova from Azerbaijan. Mikhail Mezentsev, Russian Federation. Megi Murgulia, Georgia. Sofia Nachoza, Ukraine. Segun Olumide Sani, Nigeria. Caroline Alimatu Barbara Sesai, Sierra Leone. Valeria Shushko, Belarus. Mohammad Ali Singhai, Pakistan. Kristina Stetsishin, Ukraine. Kamila Sulaimankulova, Kyrgyzstan. Nursultan Tokto-Nazarov, Kyrgyzstan. Elene Sotsonava, Georgia. Alkim Berfu Uzun, Republic of Turkey. Milan Vujicic, Serbia. Muhammad Hashim Safar, Pakistan. Candidates for the Master of Laws degree in Human Rights are Jariatu Balde, Gambia. George Bielica, Serbia. Samriti Chatterjee, India. Sahar Elarbi, Tunisia. Tatya Lomtadze, Georgia. Adam Geza Nemet, Hungary. Sara Abimbola Ogunkunle, Nigeria. Anastasia Polezaeva, Russian Federation. Marianne Faith Buenaventura Saricon, Philippines. Ziana Shaltsova, Belarus. Salome Shonya, Georgia. Georgi Tsikarishvili, Georgia. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Human Rights are Reshma Desai Bedi, United States of America. Imen Benjouira, Tunisia. Dorina de Jonge, Hungary. Lutza Anna Demeni, Hungary. Maike Elsässer, Germany. Elena Fofanova, Russian Federation. Victoria Krizanova, Slovakia. Joshua Raphael Love from Canada. Erele Talushi, Kosovo. Rula Mohamed Maghrabi from Austria. Dora Sofia Oprich, Hungary. Bakan Kadir, Iraq. Juldiz Ramazanova, Kazakhstan. Last but not least, Yevgenia Trapeznikova from Belarus. Congratulations to you all.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Medieval Studies will be presented by the department head, Professor Daniel Seaman.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Medieval Studies, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Comparative History, Late Antique, Medieval, and Renaissance Studies are Lauren Baker from the United States of America, Zorana Cvijanovic from Bosnia and Herzegovina, Ecet Erindere from the Republic of Turkey, Mustafa Adar Kök from the Republic of Turkey, James Ledbetter from the United Kingdom, Tinatin Mirianashvili from Georgia, Davide Politi from Italy, Tvrtko Surdok from Croatia. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Late Antique, Medieval, and Early Modern Studies are Salome Gwiniashvili from Georgia, Alejandro Laguna Lopez from Spain, Ivan Milekovic from Serbia, Alena Minko from the Russian Federation, and Nicholas Taylor from Hungary.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Cultural Heritage Studies Program will be presented by the Director of the Program, Professor Józef Laszlowski.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Cultural Heritage Studies, please come on the stage as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Cultural Heritage Studies, Academic Research, Policy and Management are Batuhana Kaya, Republic of Turkey, Dania Lavace, Albania, Alena Brabentova, Czech Republic, Julia Jovita Cunha, Brazil, Roxane Pourchet, France, Maria Ruigo Mazerazo, Spain, Pema Wangchuk, Bhutan, Solveig Vanier Salvesen, Norway. Congratulations.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Program of Nationalism Studies will be presented by the Program Head, Professor Michael Miller.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Nationalism Studies Program, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Abraham Armstrong, Lane Johansson, Rabia Malik, Tomiris Nurgalieva, Ian Sellers, Tae Woo Ji. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Nationalism Studies two-year program are Robert Erde, Nazerka Kanatbekova, Izaya Karadakovska, Sunaina Karki, Sumnima Karki, Anastasia Kononova, Jainaba Kurtz, Fuachan Moralioyu, Lavinia Seidel, Lior Zerdun Daniel, Ismail Zenali, Timofey Zhuchenko.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degree from the Department of Philosophy will be presented by Professor Kotlin Farkas.
Candidates for the Master of Art degrees from the Department of Philosophy, please come forward as their name is called. The brilliant candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Philosophy one-year program are Muhammed Stalin Altinpınar from the Republic of Turkey, Evagalos Patis from Greece, Neelam Yadav from India, candidates, the equally brilliant candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Philosophy two-year program are Sebastian Engler from Austria, Emmanuel Flores from the United States of America, Shiman Luo from China, Darren Runganga from South Africa, Levani Sikharulidze from Georgia, M. Sami Urkwani from Afghanistan, and Jia Yang from China.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Political Science will be presented by the department head, Professor Anil Duman.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Political Science, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Political Science one-year program are Ahad Ahadlı, Azerbaijan, Eirini Adeneu, Greece, Simge Baydar, Republic of Turkey, Can Alp Eren, Republic of Turkey, Birak Feher, Hungary, Diana Kostikova, Russian Federation, Chihang Ma, China, Timofey Mikhasev, Russian Federation, Onisya Novikova, Ukraine, Margarita Pavliv, Ukraine, Anna Sajaya, Georgia, Dorota Sokolovska, Lithuania, Azmir Rahman Sorder, Bangladesh, Gocha Vanadze, Georgia, Maria Zhelobitskaya, Russian Federation. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Political Science two-year program are Blanka Zuzana Balázs, Hungary, Xingting Deng, China, Kenichi Ebisutani, Japan, Shimon Fernezei, Hungary, Thea Goschlichki, Germany, Cooper William Hendricks, United States of America, Ruben Mate Yengibaryan, Hungary, Malte Krarup, Denmark, Leila May Lawrence, United Kingdom, Aykerim Nazareveya, Kyrgyzstan, Natalia Noskovitsova, Slovakia, Bengisu Savran, Republic of Turkey.
Candidates for the master's degrees from the Department of Public Policy will be presented by the head of the department, Professor Michael Dorsch.
Candidates from the Department of Public Policy, please come to the stage when your name is called. Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Public Policy are Zsofia Biro from Hungary, Tatiana Celli from Argentina, Cornel Danish from Hungary, Natalia Esquinasi from Argentina, Kristina Kotodrova from Slovakia, Gizem Guray from the Republic of Turkey, Fani Kontro from Hungary, Lisa Courier from Kenya, Kaune Kusane from Botswana, Shannon Landier from the United States, Miriami Mamniashvili from Georgia, Oscar Mendoza from Colombia, Azada Omen from Kazakhstan, Christian Samardiski from Republic of North Macedonia, Sandy Saintine from Myanmar, Candidates for the Master of Arts in Public Policy, joint degree of the Erasmus Mundus program are Maria Paula Castro Rodriguez from Peru, Ursula Greig Steinmeitz from Canada, Aishani Yaiswal from India, Lili Janus from Germany, Nicolas Schäfer from Germany, Candidates for the Master of Arts degree in International Public Affairs are Morgan DeLong from the United States of America, Allison Gray from the United States of America, Taida Haidarpasic from Montenegro, Anastasia Hatsenko from Ukraine, Peter Lang from Hungary, Elżbieta Mikalova from Slovakia, Andre Moreno from Italy, Caitlin Phillips from the United States of America, Maria Ruiz from Portugal, Petra Shikloshi from Hungary, Candidates for the Master of Public Administration degree are Tripti from India, Alina Garipova from the Russian Federation. Congratulations. Roslav Kazachenko from the Ukraine. Ekaterina Lobanchenko. Ekaterina Lobanchenko from Kyrgyzstan. Anna Rurua from Georgia. Vladislav Shatilov from the Russian Federation. Emma Verkerk from the Netherlands. Welcome back. Finally, Hok Ming Wan from Hong Kong. Congratulations, graduates.
Candidates for the Master of Arts degrees from the Department of Sociology and Social Anthropology will be presented by the department head, Professor Vlad Namascu.
Candidates for the Master in Arts from the Department of Sociology and Social Anthropology, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Ariana Goldrock, Iran. Thanks, Ariana. Bilal Hissam, Egypt. Okay. Roberta Koleva, Bulgaria. Thank you, Roberta. Aruna Limbu, Nepal. Maria Morjonikidze, Georgia. Mar Sakula, Greece. Thank you very much. Helen Shapatava, Georgia. Hi, Helen. Medea Sulamanidze, Georgia. Medea. Thank you. Doha Tambri, Morocco. Thank you, Doha. So, for no confusion, these were candidates for the Master of Arts degrees in Sociology and Social Anthropology one-year program, and now the two-year program comes. The other way around. Stelina Dungac, comes. Slobodan. Beatriz Gomes de Figueiredo, Portugal. Slobodan, let Slobodan come. Slobodan Stankovic. I don't know what happened to you. Otari Gulbani, Georgia. Thank you, Otari. Stuti Mehta, India. Marzi Monfaret Kermani, Iran. Thank you, Marzi. Thank you. Alphonse Nadai Saba, Burundi. Thank you, Alphonse. Ioana Popescu, Romania. Bravo. Luța Solosi, Hungary. Anukuvi Tavarasa, Sri Lanka. Annika Werner, Germany. Zimengin, China. Thank you, everyone, and congratulations.
We continue now with the award of the certificate from the university's Romani Studies Postgraduate Specialization Program. Candidates were presented by Professor Angela Kotzer.
Thank you. Candidates of the Roma Graduate Preparation Program, please step onto the stage and come forward as your names are called. Candidates of the Roma Graduate Preparation Programs are Tugay Aslim from Turkey, József Bader from Hungary, Vera Dranahoy from Ukraine, Ramona Fabri from Hungary, Artur Ivanenko from Ukraine, Ivan Ivanov from Bulgaria, Cansu Karabulut from Turkey,
Before we continue with our PhD ceremony, we will have another short musical interval. I'm delighted to introduce Pavel Kipsarov, who is a fourth-year PhD candidate in environmental sciences and policy. Pavel is passionate about unraveling the mysteries and problems of natural disasters that affect our cities. He also enjoys playing music and creating his own compositions. Pavel will perform today Danzón No. 2 by the contemporary Mexican composer Arturo Márquez. Pavel. Could I ask you to leave the stage, please? We have to continue with the ceremony. And now, we will continue with the conferral of the doctoral degrees. Since the Middle Ages, it's been an academic custom that those who enter the highest level of scholarly achievement receive a ceremonial hood as a sign of their new academic status. Today, we induct a new body of scholars into the academy as we award them with this, our highest degree. Central European University is proud to announce that this academic year, 21 doctoral students are graduating. Not all can be present at this ceremony. We shall now present the doctoral degrees to those candidates who are present today. Doctoral candidates, please rise. President and Rector. The candidates who stand in front of you have fulfilled all the requirements of the doctoral degree of Central European University. The faculty of Central European University recommend that they be awarded doctoral degrees. I will now ask the supervisors and the escorting faculty members to assist us in the doctoral hooding ceremony. We thank you for your guidance and advice over the years, and we congratulate you too on their success. Please rise and be recognized. Doctoral graduates, please remove your caps if you're wearing them. Turn left and hand your hood to the faculty member behind you. Please turn to face the audience. Faculty members, please raise the hood and place it over the head of the doctoral graduate in front of you. Doctoral graduates, please put your caps back on. Supervisors, escorting faculty members, please be seated. And now I call the doctoral graduates to move to the front of the stage to receive their diploma. Doctoral graduates, please turn to the left and line up on the steps of the platform. Please step forward to receive your diploma and be greeted by the President and Rector when your name is called. President and Rector, would you please rise to greet the doctoral graduates? I'm calling to the front of the stage Doctors of Philosophy in Cognitive Science. Laura Sophia Daniela Schlinghoff-Nemetz from Germany. Supervisor, Gerge Chibra. Marcel Istvan Székely from Hungary. Supervisor, Gunter Knoblich. I'm calling to the front of the stage Doctors of Philosophy in Economics and Business. Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration, Eszter Györgyi Fabrizi from Hungary. Supervisor, Davide Torsello, who sadly passed away last month. Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, Anna Bardic, Hungary. Doctors of Philosophy in Environmental Sciences and Policy, Economics and Business. Doctors of Philosophy in Environmental Sciences and Policy. Winston Galley, Ghana. Masahiro Suzuki from Japan. Doctors of Philosophy in Comparative History. Isidor Jantsekovic from Slovenia. Anastasia Papushina from the Russian Federation. Ewelina Sikora from Poland. Supervisor Jan Hennings. Marton Saskalicki from Hungary. Supervisor Balázs Trencsenyi. Doctors of Philosophy in Legal Studies. Doctors of Juridical Science, Mirko Dukovic from Montenegro. Doctor of Philosophy in Medieval Studies, Doctor of Philosophy in Late Antique, Medieval and Early Modern Studies, Olga Kalishnokova from the Russian Federation. Supervisor Gabor Klanitsai. David Brian Rockwell from the United Kingdom and the United States of America. Supervisor Volker Menze. Doctor of Philosophy in Medieval Studies, Igor Razum from Croatia. Doctors of Philosophy in Network and Data Science. Doctor of Philosophy in Network Science, Rafikaza Milanda from Indonesia. Doctor of Philosophy in Sociology and Social Anthropology, Fanny Beck from Hungary. Supervisor Jean-Louis Fabiani. Doctors of Philosophy of Political Science, Public Policy and International Relations, Doctors of Philosophy in Political Science, Omar Fatih Ahmed Abosaid from Egypt. Elisabetta Cristina Dinu from Romania. Jacqueline Bufala from the United States of America. Supervisor Alexander Astrov. Victoria Poltoravskaya. Supervisor Michael Dorsch. Doctoral graduates, please be seated. We continue our ceremony with another piece of music performed by the Motors Quartet. We don't continue our ceremony with another piece of music. We will conclude our ceremony with the CEU Open Society Prize Award. It's a pleasure and a privilege to introduce the next part of the ceremony, the award of the Central European University's Open Society Prize. On the occasion of its 30th anniversary, we prepared a short video.
This year marks the 30th anniversary of the CEU Open Society Prize. It honors individuals and organizations whose exceptional achievements have made a significant contribution to establishing and to strengthening open societies. The Open Society Prize embodies the core values of the Central European University: tolerance, plurality, and liberal democratic principles. Inspired by the philosophy of Sir Karl Popper, the inaugural recipient of the prize, it celebrates the work of those who have made a profound impact by fostering liberal democracy, human rights, and social justice worldwide. Since its inception in 1994, the Open Society Prize has been awarded to many distinguished individuals and organizations. Let's follow its journey through the years. Each recipient of the prize has left an indelible mark on our world, advancing the values of an open society. The Open Society Prize celebrates these extraordinary achievements, just as it also reaffirms CEU's commitment to safeguarding and to strengthening open societies worldwide. As we mark the 30th anniversary of the prize, we look forward to continuing this tradition of recognizing and supporting those who strive for a freer, more open and just world.
Thank you very much. The 2024 Open Society Prize will be awarded to Dr. Julia Ebner, Senior Research Fellow, Institute for Strategic Dialogue and Research Affiliate, the Centre for the Study of Social Cohesion at Oxford University. I call upon Professor Randeria to deliver the laudatio for this year's CEU Open Society Prize recipient.
It's a great pleasure to present on behalf of the CEU this year's Open Society Prize to Dr. Julia Ebner for the exemplary and relentless effort that she has devoted to exposing the many formidable new enemies of democratic and open societies today. With unflinching courage in the face of real personal risks and threats, she has documented the corrosive effects of extremism and radicalization on contemporary democracy in ethnographic detail in 3 monographs: The Rage, published in 2017, Going Dark, 2019, and most recently, Going Mainstream. She's currently finishing her 4th book on the language of terrorists, due later this year from Columbia University Press. Not only has Julia been chasing extremists for a living, as she describes her day job of tracking extremist content online and advising government agencies, as well as civil society organizations, but for years she has also spent her free time investigating undercover the works of white supremacist groups, anti-feminist alliances, climate change denier groups, and jihadists, tracing their common underlying patterns and logics. Her focus on such connections between these groups serves as a constant reminder that we should not automatically take, or rather mistake, any enemies of the other enemies of open society to be our friends. Far-right identitarians and radical Islamists may be viciously antagonistic towards one another, locked in a spiraling dynamic of mutual provocation and hate, but they have much more in common than meets the eye, especially when they turn their rage against the ideals of liberal democratic societies. We could hardly have found a worthier person than Julia Ebner to be awarded the prize this year, which it marks its 30th anniversary. As some of you may know, the first recipient of the prize in 1994 was another native of Vienna, like Julia herself, Sir Karl Popper, who coined the very concept in his classic treatise written during the Second World War, The Open Society and Its Enemies. The spirit of 1994, of the early 90s, was still filled with exhilarating optimism of democratization and historical progress, and almost unshakable faith in humanity's irreversible onward march to genuinely tolerant, peaceful societies. This optimism has proved rather illusory in retrospect, so much so that the dystopian tendencies that Julia has uncovered and critically analyzed in her work resemble in many respects the time during which Karl Popper wrote his book, more than the year in which the CEU awarded him the prize half a century later. History does not repeat itself without significant differences, however. The enemies of open societies today are no longer the philosophers of totality, Plato, Hegel, and Marx, but the utterly banal and peddlers of hate and falsehood in the digital world of fragmented public spheres. Although they may reject the hard-won universality of human rights, liberty, and equality, they are by no means anti-modernists. And as Julia has shown in her work, These are technologically savvy manipulators of new media who are able to spread disinformation and so show the seeds of suspicion, resentment, and distrust far more effectively than those who are trying to defend liberal values, reason, and science. Extremists have artfully exploited the fears and uncertainties stoked by the multiple interlocking crises that we face today, and have weaponized discontent through a whole new iconography of memes, gamified violence, and troll campaigns. Highlighting the paradoxical, unintended consequences of the internet, Julia's work alerts us to the unsettling possibility of what she calls, and I quote her here, the toxic combination of ideological nostalgia and technological futurism, which might determine the direction of travel for 21st century politics. If I had to single out one really important lesson that we can draw from her passionate and engaged research into the technosocial malaise of our time, it would be her insistence that we recognize the extent to which fringe radicalism has definitively reshaped mainstream political discourse over the last few years. By successfully forging virtual and real transnational alliances and global networks, these reactionary actors, who are the focus of her scholarly attentions in almost 10 years, have been remarkably efficient in mobilizing and joining forces against globalism, human rights, scientific truths, racial minorities, and women's rights. The hegemonic mainstreaming of proxy cultural wars waged against liberal values may at first appear less threatening as long as it remains confined to the realm of the rhetoric or of ideology and the internet. Nevertheless, the far-reaching potential consequences of these shifts are unfolding before our eyes, and let me illustrate this with a quote from Julia's new book. The wider effects of public discourse have been chilling. Many politicians, journalists, artists, and activists have started to self-censor. Some have even withdrawn from their vocation in order to avoid hateful backlash. In theory, the enemies of progressive liberalism campaign in the name of free speech. In practice, they destroy open debate and suffocate those who hold different views. In theory, radically regressive movements quote their rights to justify provocative campaigns. In practice, they seek to undo the most fundamental human rights milestones, achieving legal, moral, and political equality of opportunity for people independent of their race, religion, gender, and sexual orientation. In theory, they say they want to protect their democratic rights. In practice, they destroy all trust in democracy. It's thanks to the personal and professional commitment of people like Julia Ebner that the cause of open democratic societies can still, I hope, stem this tide of illiberal rule. Julia, I'd like to come and have you award the prize.
I will now ask Julia Ebner to give a few remarks. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I would like to take a few moments, first of all, to acknowledge the terrible violence that is happening in different parts of this world, not just in Gaza, but also in Ukraine, even in Darfur in Sudan, where currently we see an escalation of violence again. I do believe, and I actually strongly respect that some of the students in this room have even been from some of these war-torn countries and regions in the world. And I have the utmost respect of your achievements that you managed to get through your degrees and in fact receive your degrees today despite the terrible loss of lives in your countries, in the areas that you're from. So I just wanted to start by congratulating you all for your degrees and especially paying my full respect to the people from countries that are currently involved in wars or targeted by aggression. There's a strongly intertwined relationship between colonialism and war. I completely agree. And I've been actually studying, especially in the last few months, I've been looking at the history of genocides and mass violence. And I fully believe that we're now today in a world that is much more conflict-torn than it has ever been before. I stood in my graduation ceremony, actually from my master's degree, almost exactly 10 years ago. And I remember thinking well, there were, of course, some wars going on in some African countries, but it was definitely not a topic that was as omnipresent as it is today, and that is dividing our societies and leading to hyperpolarization, not just in the areas that are torn apart by violence, but also in other parts of the world. And I think it also opens up a lot of new spaces for debate. And I think that debate is really important. It opens up questions, challenging questions, such as how can we prevent or right now counter the violence or stop the violence that is happening. But also, what are the limits of peaceful protests? Like for also, how should universities react to that? I do think that's really important to discuss these topics, and this room has been filled with emotions and with a lot of, I think, important interactions that actually signal these important questions that need to be addressed, not just here in this university, at this university campus here, but across the world. We see similar situations, of course, at university campuses. I think I'm happy for you to later on come up to the stage and also say a few words, but if I can finish my speech, that would be really, really grateful. I would be really grateful. One of the things I've seen over and over again in my research, and that's actually really what I find most painful about the current conflict in Gaza, is that terrorism is, of course, geared towards dividing our societies. So it's fueling. One second. Give me one moment to elaborate on terrorism. Give me a second to elaborate. I think you don't know what I was referring to when I said terrorism. So, let me briefly finish what I want to say. I think the terrorism that we saw, and that was undoubtedly terrorism on Hamas' side, was exactly the aims of Hamas, and you can even look at jihadist materials, was to exacerbate existing societal divisions. And this is unfortunately something where we've entered a spiraling effect.
Please, I would ask you please to not interrupt the speaker.
We've entered a spiraling effect of... We've entered a spiraling effect of mutual hatred, and I think that is the thing that I'm most worried about right now. I completely understand the anger, and I condemn the violence, but I do think it's very dangerous to systematically demonize entire outgroups for what is happening. So I just wanted to make this point that I hope, and you all have a lot of talents in this room. It's been incredible to watch how many different countries are represented, how many different, not just nationalities, but also different diverse backgrounds in cultural terms, in religious terms, on every single level. And I do think that is a strong statement for the values of an open and democratic society. And I've definitely, in my work, always tried to fight for these values. And I do strongly, really feel very honored to receive this prize today. And I want to express my gratitude to the Central European University, to its academic staff, to Rector Scialini, and also to the committee. So I very much also hope that this is encouraging to all of you, and I think people sitting on different political corners, sitting across these different on different corners of the ideological spectrum, that it also is a very encouraging signal that what you can all do and achieve to fight for the pillars of our democracies. And you are, of course, the people who, it will be in your hands. You are the ones who will potentially shape the policies of the future. And I very much hope that you make the best of the talents that you have. Thank you so much.
And now we move. Thank you very much. If we could just be silent for the last part of our ceremony, please. We finally move to the special moment in our graduates' lives. Members of the class of 2024, please rise. As you know, one small ceremonial step remains. So in a moment, but not yet, I will ask you to move the tassel on your cap from the right side to the left, slowly. This symbolic gesture, not yet, formally identifies you as a university graduate. After that, I will count to 3 so you can throw your cap in the air together. Now, please move your tassels to the left. And now I will count to 3, and then you can throw your cap. 1, 2, 3. Now. Distinguished guests, colleagues, families and friends, please join me in applauding the new members of the Central European University, class of 2024. Our ceremony has come to an end. Please rise. And I would ask you to remain standing until the academic recessional is completed. Thank you very much.